this is a community preservation committee. Is there a motion to open the meeting?
I'll make a motion to open the meeting.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Unanimous. Just introduce yourselves, please, those folks in the committee. My name is Mark Sonorizio.
Evelyn Boulay, Acushnet Conservation, Acushnet Preservation Committee.
Lisa Leonard.
Heidi Pelletier.
Chad Leclerc. Oh, sorry. Chad Leclerc, Park and Rec.
All right, thank you, gang. One question to begin with, Lisa. Did we have a figure of what we have for money?
Yes, so I can kind of, I mean, I don't know if it'll come out too good, but we have,
Just tell us what we have.
yeah. So basically, right now, we have 139,000.
Okay.
For everything or just,
Well, in budgeted reserves, we have 178, but we have 139 in undesignated, which Julie thought we should probably use first.
okay. Fantastic.
Some of the money in community housing, which is there's 45,000. Historic, there's 48, but she didn't feel that we could use any of this money for any historic stuff. Open space is only 37, so she figured we should use the undesignated funds first, and then if we, needed some more, we could use the budgeted reserve.
Okey-doke.
Come in.
With that, David, would you like to, I know who you are, but introduce yourself and tell us why you're here, sir?
Great, thank you. David Wonar, a member of the Board of Selectmen, but also here on behalf of the Lake Street Improvement Committee. So the two funding requests that we have before you, I'll start off with a $5,000 request for the Riverview Park. What that is we received a $12,000 grant, shared street grant, and we put in a nice walkway. Dan Menard also cleaning up the area around the river, but around the Acushnet River. Also put in a walkway that will connect River Street with Main Street. And the goal over time would be to eventually connect to the sawmill property. But this $5,000 request would, this funding would allow us to do some additional things there. Some seating, some picnic tables. And there is a side lot, parking lot that remains vacant right now, but it's the goal of the town to take that over eventually and to turn that into some type of green space,
Stop at the door.
garden, plant some trees, and then also put in some dedicated canoe launches. And I think the $5,000 right now while it might be on the shy, a little bit under what we need, I think it at least gives us a good step in the right direction, and we'll pursue other grant opportunities. The other funding source is Lake Street.
Can we vote on that one first, please, David? With that, anybody on the committee, do you have any questions for David on this $5,000 for the River Park improvement?
This is what it looks like.
No, I think we have, it looks really nice right now. They've done a great job on it, and we're having a ribbon cutting ceremony on Thursday if anybody wants to come.
What time?
10 o'clock?
Oh, can't make it, but thanks for the invite.
Is there a motion for the
Make a motion.
$5,000? We'll take it out of that, what is that fund, Lisa?
The undesignated funds.
Undesignated fund. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to use the
I'll
5,000
second
out of undesignated.
I'll second it.
Motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Unanimous. Okay. Your next one up again, David?
Great, thank you. The next funding request is for the Lake Street Improvement. We've reestablished the Lake Street Improvement Committee. It's really gotten some great participation. We've got north of 12, I think we've got 14 participants made up primarily of residents of that area. Mark, would love to see you there also. Essentially what we have a plan to reclaim the ponds and the lakes, get rid of the algae and the weeds there, but also we want to make some safety improvements and then ultimately some beautification efforts there. So the Board of Selectmen appropriated $5,000. We've hired a company to do some initial testing. The $75,000 we view as probably phase one. And look, once we get the water tests back, we will then come up with a game plan what bodies of water we go after first. We do have a bunch of guardrails already on on hand that Dan plans to put in. Also, we want to do signage, appropriate lighting on the safety side of it, and then look at some ways that we can beautify things with either some trails along the shores within that campus. So exciting things going on Lake Street, and this is just phase one.
How many phases do you have, David?
It depends, my guess is the cleaning up the waterways will eat into a lot of this money. But, then what will happen is once we get it done, we'll want to maintain them. So we'll come, there's ways that we can get on a routine maintenance schedule.
Yep, that sounds wonderful.
Or we consider purchasing a harvester. There's a number of avenues that we could take, but we thought we at least want to get things, establish a baseline right now. Hit that in the spring, early summer. That's why we wanted to ask for the money now rather than having until next June.
Nice.
I'd like to help. When do you meet?
Okay. Sounds good.
Is that predominantly, I don't know if anyone else is having a hard time hearing or if it's just a speaker I got
There's
here.
something in the background. I would just advise if you're not speaking to put everything on mute.
Okay.
Okay. So I just said, so is the, I think it's a great idea. Is the primary area of focus going to be the old beach area where the docks are?
I think everything's on the table, Bob. So the two smaller ponds seem to be the easiest ones to tackle and would probably have the biggest bang for the buck. But yes, the game plan is to get all 4 of those taken care of. Initial look is probably about 20 to 30 yards. The one with the dock, the Old Town Beach, needs a lot of work, but the other one, not so much. So yeah, everything's on the table. We'll keep going until the money runs out.
No, I think it's a great idea. I really do.
Yep.
I was happy to hear when the scuttlebutt started going around. I was happy to hear about it.
Yeah, it's exciting. It'll be fun. And it's an all hands on deck. There, just because anybody who wants to participate, either as a formal member of the committee, that's fine. Or if you have ideas, whatever it is, it's going to be an all hands on deck approach.
Ladies and gentlemen on the board, do you have any more questions for David?
Sir.
Nope.
Everybody all set?
Yep.
Is there a motion?
Make a motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, unanimous for 75,000. We still have monies left. And who's left for the next? David, you all set?
That's it. Thank you.
Very much for your time, sir. You can give me a call when you get time. I'd like to be on that committee.
All right. Sounds good. You got it.
With that, Chad, you're up next.
Thank you. So for myself, basically at this point in time, I'm looking for $10,000 for the Park and Rec Department. Right prior to this whole COVID outbreak, we were starting to get a lot of plans about a couple things in the playground area that are starting to fall apart. That playground's been there for a little while now. They don't usually complain or come tell us. They post it on Facebook, and that's how I started to find out all about all the, the things going on. So I asked for $10,000 to replace a couple of the items that are currently in need of replacing. There's a rock climbing wall. There's an old cargo net that we took down maybe almost 2 years ago, but there's no safety hazard. If we took down the rock climbing wall, there'd be like a 4-foot drop off on one of the playground sets. So we've left that up. We've duct taped the parts to make sure that people don't get hurt, but it definitely needs to be replaced. And I think a swing as well. The problem is both of them are not parts that company supplies anymore. So we have to find through them something that'll fit those locations. So I don't have like a specific amount. That's why I asked for 10,000. It should cover anything that we choose to fill in both of those and also fix the swing at the same time. And then hopefully down the road, we'll figure out a way to replace the entire playground. But for now, that's where we're starting.
Gonna go out and in like that.
Any questions from anybody on the board?
Okay, it's a good idea.
Nathan.
Let me ask you this. Do you want more than 10,000?
No, I think that'll be it for now to replace those. There's probably other things we could eventually do, but I'm looking on that on a bigger scale. We're putting a pavilion in hopefully this month, with picnic tables under it and so forth, and we'll look at the bigger project later on. So I'll save that money for later.
No problem. Is
Thank
there
you,
a
though.
motion?
Take a motion.
Is there a second
I'll second.
Well, either one.
for $10,000 for the park? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, unanimously. That leaves us $49,000 left on that. What was the name of that fund again, Lisa?
Undesignated funds.
Undesignated. Well, that's good. That leaves us 49,000. I don't know if we have anything else on the agenda. Do you have anything that we have to talk about, Lisa?
Nope, that was all.
Anybody like to say anything?
Can't wait for 2020 to be over. I don't know. Sounds good to me. Had enough.
Exactly. Sounds good to me.
I'll second that motion.
Okey-doke.
Happy Halloween, everyone.
All right.
Yep.
You
Is
too.
there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much, everybody. Have a happy
guys.
Halloween. Be safe.
Thanks. See
You
you guys
too.
later.
You too.
Thank
Take care.
Take care.